Hey, what's up YouTube and welcome back to my channel CH Gaming, and it's been my first tech talk and I'm first time onto the camera and feeling a little bit nervous, so let's get into my topic today. So I'm going to talk about what's going to be our future. So the day we live in actually is the future of our parents or actually our grandparents, all that. So let's talk about the mobile phones. Actually, if we go 2 decades before today, so the mobile phone was almost this size long and almost a half kg, but today we have got a 150 grams of mobile phone with a lot of technologies built inside this device. So it's all just because of the advancement in the field of science and technology with the upcoming years. And so my topic and my basic today is about artificial intelligence. What is AI? So AI or machine learning, where modern language says it's machine learning, is basically the man prediction using actually capturing the man prediction using the machines. Actually using computers we can predict your thoughts. With the artificial intelligence during recent years, there have been a lot of advancement in this field and people have been working day and night in this field actually. So let's gonna check out about the what is the basically definition of AI. So I'm gonna go onto my browser actually right there, type in Google, and right there, oh my god, I'm gonna search for what is AI. Okay, let's see what we have got. AI. So why don't you hear that?
AI.
AI. So what is AI? According to Wikipedia, I think on the right side we can see artificial intelligence field of study. I'm gonna go onto the Wikipedia and let's see what we have got there. So in computer science, artificial intelligence, AI is sometimes called machine intelligence, is intelligence demonstrated by machines in contrast with natural intelligence displayed by humans and other animals. Computer science defines all AI research. So as I talked to you earlier, we can use AI to capture a man or a human or an animal mind prediction by using AI. So computer science define AI research as the study of intelligent agent, any device that perceives its environment and take actions to maximize its chance of successfully achieving its goals. So by using AI, we can achieve our goal without any hurdle, because our mind, we can do something wrong actually, but this AI cannot do anything wrong. Okay, a person defines AI as a system's ability to correct interpret external data. Actually, but just like that, I talked to you earlier that we can use AI to basically predict. So data, what is the here data? Data is actually our mental thoughts or our emotions or all that bullshit. Actually, it looks like a bullshit. So it's all about our life, our mental preparedness, or and all that. So data is collected. How data is collected basically? Today we have seen a lot of research on this bullshit. It's not bullshit actually. It's a cool thing. It's there in the future. There's gonna be a lot of advancement in this field. So what is AI doing by actually collecting data? So how data is collected, as we all knows, what is basically, I'm gonna search for a thing as always, a tech YouTuber or someone who use torrents or like this knows. So I'm gonna search for reCAPTCHA. So what is basically reCAPTCHA? reCAPTCHA is a system designed to establish that computer user and human at the same time assist. So blah 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 blah. Actually, we knows that reCAPTCHA is like a human recognition, but actually in the behind scene there is collection of data to indicate basically what is human or who is human not, by using our mental actually inspirations or expressions. As we all know, when I'm gonna search for actually see the images and let's see if we got something cool right there. Okay, let's take this image. So in this image you can see that there is a number written in actually a still or tilted form, so a normal person can detect it but a computer cannot detect it. By using the AI we can detect it. So data is collected by using this reCAPTCHA or something like I'm gonna search for another one right there. Okay, that's the modern reCAPTCHA, and it's composed of all the images right around us. So what is data collected? How is data collected? Data is collected like this. We see at this image right there, and okay, there are a lot of images right there. So in these images we are given a task to find something. Actually, in this image we get the task to select all the squares with street signs. So we're gonna search for street signs, all the street signs in this image. As you can see, the person has clicked the four places. While if you use any robot or anything else, it cannot detect it because it's programmed. Everything is programmed. The computers and all that things are basically programmed. They are programmed to do the specific task. If you try to do anything else, you cannot do that by using the computer, because it has specific functionality and it can use specific tasks. So as you can see, the person has basically clicked all that points or all that squares with the street signs. So by using this thing, we can collect data. We can collect data of people thinkings that a person, if every person have different scenario of thinking, if every type of thinking, everything that actually a person thought that I'm gonna click that circle, I'm gonna click that squares, actually I think here is a street sign, I don't think so, here is a street sign. So all that things. So everyone has different mental situations to face this challenge. Actually that's a challenge to face. So everyone has different scenario to face this challenge. So by using, actually the collecting of data is carried out by this thing. They can give you something images like this, and they're gonna ask you select all the squares with the street sign, and you're gonna click right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. So as you can see in this box and the down box, you see that there is no actually street sign, but there is actually some border of this image. So AI can utilize this all the information to predict your future thoughts. So everyone has different thinking power and all that things. So AI use all this bullshit to collect your data and knows all about you. So that's the basic definition of artificial intelligence. Let's talk about how artificial intelligence work. So we have collected the data, and now we're gonna use the data to make some predictions about human thoughts. So we're gonna use an algorithm. I'm gonna search for algorithm and tell you what is algorithm basically is. Algorithm. So I'm gonna open, no, that's not the place. Okay, going down, algorithm, Wikipedia. So I'm gonna go to the Wikipedia and search for algorithm. In mathematics and computer science, algorithm is an unambiguous specification how to solve a class of problems. As you know, how to solve a class of problems. In this image on the right side, you can see that entry algorithm, greatest common divisor of two numbers, input a and b, and blah 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 blah, all that bullshit, and print a. So by using algorithm, we can use computer to actually differentiate between two objects and specify which is gonna be the answer. So you can see yes, no. If you are a little bit known to the computer language and all that, we use classes and actually statements, variables in computer programming language to distinguish that what we're gonna choose and what we're gonna skip. So actually AI use this same things to make algorithms, and algorithms expands and expands and makes a lot of data, and through which they can predict our future, or actually our thinkings. So let me tell something a lot, another thing about this thing actually. Okay, so algorithm, what is basically algorithm doing? Algorithm is actually collecting, submerging or organizing all the data collected by the reCAPTCHAs or all the search histories and search bars or all the bullshit. So collects them, joins them, and make a single unit known as algorithm. Now an algorithm has ability to distinguish between different types of data, and by using that, algorithm predicts that what's gonna be the answer and what's gonna be skipped. So actually I live in Pakistan, and there was a lot of terrorism in the past few years in Pakistan. So Alhamdulillah, I'm a Muslim. So today we have overcome a lot, almost 90 to 95% of the terrorism in Pakistan. So in the meanwhile, while the situations were too hard, Pakistani army has developed an algorithm to predict the terrorism, actually where the terrorists gonna attack. So they collect all the historical data about their terrorism, actually their terrorist attacks, and all the time and all the places where they made attacks, and predict their next attack, actually. And it got a success rate of 33% almost, because the data was a little, that was so small, and they're gonna predict a lot of big situations. So that's a cool thing. So once again, get into the topic. So I'm gonna now I have told about you the algorithm. What is algorithm? So I'm gonna take an example, actually. Let's talk about everyone, if anyone is watching, everyone knows that Google has the world's best camera phone, which is Pixel 3 XL. It's the world's best camera phone ever. Okay, so there it is, the device. So it has got actually a third, I think. So I'm gonna search for this Pixel 3 XL camera features. So I'm gonna jump right into the Space GS Marina. I like this size. It's the most best size to distinguish between different types of phones and all the specifications. So I'm gonna go right to the side and go down and see. Yeah, it got a 12.2 megapixel f1.8 28 millimeter wide lens. Actually, it is only 12.2 megapixels of camera lens. Actually, the sensor is only 12.2 megapixel, but you cannot believe that how best this camera works. It's one of the world's most best camera, actually cameras in mobile phones, actually I have ever seen that. So all this works due to a single app. Actually, it uses AI and hardware to predict, actually, and to edit the photo. So I'm gonna search for the application that runs this process is actually Gcam. So I'm gonna search for Gcam. No, it cannot tell us more about. Okay, I'm gonna go to the XDA developers. It's a developing side of mobile devices and all the new ROMs and all that shit. So okay, I'm gonna go space OnePlus 6. Okay, I'm gonna tell you another thing, that Gcam is basically made for Pixels and Nexus devices, but it can also be installed on OnePlus, Pocophone F1s, and all the devices that can be unlocked. Actually, you're gonna ask, what is unlocking? Unlocking is basically using the device to actually unlock the bootloader, and then gonna install another custom ROM into it. I think that somebody came behind me. Okay, leave that. So I was talking. So installing another ROM, a custom ROM. A custom ROM is another software basically installed in a PC. Actually, oh my god, in a mobile. I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, so in a mobile, installing another software in a mobile, so which another operating system, like if we use Windows, iMac, and Linux, all that time. Linux, actually Linux, yeah. So all that shit. So you can use the different ROMs to install, and then after this thing you're gonna install, actually I think yeah, it's camera to API. You're gonna access the hardware to work on the camera and predict the image quality and maintain it every. So you're gonna use that thing to actually predict more and more color, noise reduction, and all that things. So with this single app known as Gcam, actually. So I'm gonna search for the Gcam OnePlus 6. OnePlus 6 can be unlocked easily, so you can install all the custom ROMs. What is Gcam? Okay, Google Camera is a camera app for the Google Nexus and Google Pixel phones. It is not designed for intended to be run on the other phones, but today it is available on all the devices that can be unlocked, that has bootloader unlocked and a custom ROM. Okay, what does this camera does? It actually creates a specific type of picture known as HDR plus. As we all know, what is HDR? I'm gonna search for HDR right there. And HDR, high dynamic range imaging, is a high dynamic range technique used in imaging and photography to produce a greater dynamic range and luminosity than is possible standard digital imaging or photographic techniques. So you understand what is meant by this? Actually editing a little bit and creating a solid color based image. So with this is HDR, and Google Gcam uses HDR plus. So I'm gonna open that. Basic HDR plus is proprietary image processing routine, and it is more than just traditional HDR modes. HDR plus employs image stacking to control exposure and also preserve details, reduce noise, increase sharpness. It is all in one package. So basically the HDR plus actually edits the image and creates a stunning image out of a bad image. So I'm gonna search for Gcam images. Okay, so you can see right there, that's a stock image taken on a camera, and that's using Gcam. So the detail in this image actually, okay, I'm gonna tell you another thing. It's got portrait mode. The Gcam, the latest Gcam has got a portrait mode. With this portrait mode, you can even take a picture more than a 50 inches or 50 centimeters. I think that 50 centimeters is the limit for the iPhone actually. Before iPhone, matlab, it means that iPhone 7 or 8, I don't know, iPhone XS or XS Max, actually I haven't used them. So I'm gonna tell you the real thing, or to totally real scenario. So that all that devices has got almost 50 inches or something like this limit for photography of portrait image. But by using this, you can take an image from a single sensor at a very large distance, at a very long distance. So all these things are basically used by AI. All these things are the result of the AI. So after using AI, we can predict everything in this world, in this entire world. As you all know, if we go a few actually years before, there were also Android phones. It was a start. It got a gingerbread or ice cream sandwich like this. Android 3.0, or actually 4. No, 4.0 is Jelly Bean. I'm gonna go to the 3.0. So at that time there was a camera app, actually cameras, and we take picture and we cannot predict that it's a woman or a man. It's what is his name, it got beard or not, it's his clean shaved or not, it's how old is he. And today by using the AI we can predict how old is he beard or not, is he clean shaved, is he a man or a woman, what is she wearing. And we can also use food, we can also detect food and all that things by using AI. Okay, as you, I don't know if you haven't studied the new Google actually annually organized program. There is an annually organized program by the Google in which they tell about more like the CES is a technology festival, occurs every annually. And Google I/O, I think so, its name is Google I/O. And in 2018 they have told us a lot about the new artificial intelligence uses. So let's talk about another example of AI. Another example of AI is basically the actually smart assistant or assistant speech, like Bixby and Siri and Alexa. Alexa is of Amazon. And mm, Google Assistant. Google Assistant is one of the most precise and best actually personal assistant of your device. So by using Google Assistant we can make alarms and all that, can text, call, or make calendars and make meetings and all that things. But in the 2018 Google I/O, Google has told us that we can use this actually assistant to make appointments, like call to someone and say I'm gonna take an appointment of the dentist at 4 p.m. and they're gonna make an appointment for 4 p.m. If they're gonna reply something else, like we don't have appointment for 4 p.m., can you come in the at the actually can you come at 5 p.m. So it's gonna ask us, he's asking that can you come at 5 p.m., so we're gonna reply yes, and it's gonna make an appointment for 5 p.m. sharp. So by using this AI, everything is based upon AI. It basically predicts our text and predicts others text. uh, um, It is one of the best achievements of AI. Today, everyone is working in the AI day and night. Everyone is working to go more advancement in this field. And let me tell you another thing. We know that Google is the one of the world's best search engine. How? I'm gonna search for just how. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna search for how. So when I search for how, it's got a lot, almost unit tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, 10 billion, 100 billion, 145 billions, and 40 45 billion, and 440. I don't know what is this figure in only 0.72 seconds. It's just because using the AI, Google predicts what we're gonna search for actually. Okay, I'm gonna search for another thing. I'm gonna say um admission admission in Harvard University. Harvard University admission. Okay, showing results for Harvard University admissions. Search instead for Harvard University admission. I search for admission and it's showing the results of Harvard University admissions. By using the AI, it predicts our text. It's actually reads the data and all my search history to predict what I'm going to search for, and then shows the results of basically Howard University admission. I have not typed admission actually, I have typed admission. I didn't complete the text, but by using the AI, it can predict. Showing results of Howard University admission. It's all the results of the AI. AI has established us a lot today. Everyone is dependent on the AI, and the world is progressing a lot in this field actually. So day and night, everything is working. So there are a lot of. Let's talk about robotics. Everyone know what is a robot. A robot is a mechanic device which can do anything what we want it to do basically. Now with the passage of time, we have advanced a lot the robotics, and let's leave it. Actually, it's upcoming future technology, and we're gonna talk about it later. So let's come to the point nowadays. So I'm gonna search for. Let's go to the Google and search for what is the car company name actually? It's Volvo. Volvo. Okay, it's Volvo. Volvo is a company that make cars and buses and all that things. So Volvo cars, Volvo buses, AI. So by Volvo has demonstrated an autonomous buses. So by using this type of buses, it can automatically drive to a certain position and all that things. Basically, the prediction of any people coming onto the road in front of you or around your surrounding or your car is by using the AI. AI actually, have you ever seen that often in news we hear that someone has made a company has BMW like has made a car that can do self-driving. Or I want to tell you another thing. Have you learned about Audi cars? Audi cars have self-parking system. It uses the basically AI and all the cameras. It got infrared cameras and on the front side, back side, onto the rooftop, and all our 360 cameras. It calculates the information and predicts where the car is gonna park and how it cannot touch the other vehicle. It gets like this is the parking spot. Okay, and here is the car. So the car automatically goes right there, goes back a little bit there, a little bit there. So that's how a car parks. It uses the prediction or actually a mental situation of human being. Basically in the past we only uses technology or use technology for a specific purpose. We tell him what to do and he can only do the specific task. He cannot do anything else. But today by using the AI we can use different type of task. We can do anything with it. Goes actually it gives the brain to the computer. Actually it gives the brain to the computer. It can automatically predict things. It gives emotions and all that things. So that's all for today. I think that's more than enough for today. Actually, it's my first live stream. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Spread my channel to all the friend circle you know, and comment down into the section and tell me what I was wrong, where I was wrong. If you want